Okay, now that I have my blanket front and it's pressed, I can assemble it. And what I need is a blanket liner, and we typically use a bed sheet and a back. And in this case, I'm using an old blanket back. It could be fabric, could be a fleece. And we also need a Loving Covers label to go with it. And that'll be sewn on the back corner, lower corner. Okay, so the next step is actually to make sure my corners are squared off, and they are here. Just make sure they're squared off, because that will really help in assembling the blankets. So the first thing I will do is lay down the blanket liner. And some people find it helpful to use tape and to tape it. And they simply tape the sides and smooth it out. Go ahead, spread it out, and tape each side. Then the next step would be the blanket back. And you would put that face up. And again, be sure it's smoothed out really nice. And some people, again, will go ahead and use some tape and tape down the edges to have it hold. And finally, the last piece would be to lay down the blanket top. And in this case, I will lay this out. And again, I smooth it out nice, and I'll put a few pins to hold it in position, because what I need to do next is trim around the edge to size the lining and the blanket back to the same size as the front. This will assure a nice fit, and so you don't have bunching up. And I just double check to be sure I'm covered here. It's close there. And again, this is to get all 3 layers the same size. Then I will go ahead and trim all the way around all the layers. Okay, the next step in the process is to go ahead and sew the label on, and it will go in the bottom corner of your of your back of your blanket. So I just lift that up and pin it so it's away from the edge so it doesn't get caught in the seam. Now go ahead and pin that on, and then I will zigzag sew all the way around that. And once that's done, I will go ahead and be sure my blanket is pinned all the way around. And I will allow in this case it's smaller, but it'll be a 12 to 16 inch gap, because what we're going to do is sew all the way around the blanket, 1/4 inch, allowing for a gap for us to turn the blanket right side out. And that's it for now.